Danny Schlafer, Jake Newman, row number 1. Scotty Neitzel and Jake Blackhurst in row number 2. Blake Nemi and Dave Utek in row number 3. Logan Julian and Joe Myers Jr. in row number 4. Anthony Nieram and Bryce Norris, row number 5. Max Guilford and Mike Renke in row number 6. Tyler Rankin, Shelby Bosey, Jordan Goldsberry, Scotty Thiel, Austin Hartman, Tyler Duff, Kyle Schuett, Travis Aarons, Chris Spitz, Scotty Brody, Jeremy Schroeder, and Ryan Zelski set the field for round number 3 of the Hop Farms Bull Ring Showdown. We're green here at Plymouth. Good start from Schlafer, going to pop up to the outside of Newman right away through turns 1 and 2. Jake Blackhurst follows them through turns 1 and 2. Scotty Neitzel on the bottom, threatening Jake Newman for that second spot. Newman on the top, Neitzel on the bottom, but Danny Schlafer going to easily lead lap number 1. Neitzel and Blackhurst going to go side by side through turns 1 and 2. Blake Nemi in that 5th spot for now. Neitzel and Blackhurst still side by side, going to go into turn 3 and 4. Big slider back through the pack. That was the 85J of Logan Julian going in front. Oh, car way up and over in turns 3 and 4. Big time. Mike Renke in the 10W upside down in turns 3 and 4 in a big way. Let our safety officials do what they do. Mike Renke climbing out of the 10W over there at turn number 4. We'll see what happens here. And Renke just goes into the top. Oh, just overcooked it on the cushion. Got up on 2 wheels, biked in a big way, and just kind of went nose first into the fence over there in turns 3 and 4 and upside down. Luckily, able to walk away from the SCA Incorporated Bob Hood Motorsports number 10W. So Danny Schlafer going to lead the field through turns 3 and 4. Going to lead us back to the green flag. 28 laps to go. Schlafer, a good restart through turns 1 and 2. Jake Newman going to follow him to the top through turns 1 and 2. Scotty Neitzel to the bottom, looks to the inside of the 9.6 Motorsports machine. Joe Myers Jr. had a peek to the inside of Blake Nemi, but nothing doing for the number 19 just yet. Danny Schlafer continues to lead. Blake Nemi all over the back of Scotty Neitzel as Neitzel pops up in front of the captain. Jim's Yacht Sales number 79. Blake Nemi turns it underneath the 2W down the back straightaway. Nemi to the inside of Neitzel through turns 3 and 4. Put Blake Nemi up into the 4th spot in the number 79. Meanwhile, behind them, Joe Myers Jr. starting to circle around the number 2W down the back straightaway. Logan Julian past the number 68 of Dave Utek. He's up into the 7th position now. Danny Schlafer puts the number 14 AJ by the wayside. Jake Newman has closed through turns 3 and 4. He goes to the bottom of the speedway to try and get by the 14 AJ. Can't do it. Here comes Jake Blackhurst. Blackhurst has a slam on the brakes through turns 1 and 2. He's going to slide up the hill, and here comes Blake Nemi. Nemi's going to look to the inside of Blackhurst. Blackhurst dives to the inside of Jake Newman through turns 3 and 4. Throws the slider, clears him. Newman crosses him back over down the front straightaway. Fantastic battle for the 2nd spot, but all that's doing is letting Danny Schlafer run away and hide. Newman off of the bottom, going to get back by Blackhurst, 3 wide down the back straightaway. Here comes Joel Myers Jr. Myers Jr. with a slider on Jake Blackhurst, going to slide up the hill. Blackhurst turns it back underneath him. Meanwhile, Blake Nemi with a slider on Newman through turns 1 and 2. Nemi up under the wall in turn number 2. Saves it. We stay green, and the number 79 somehow saved it. And now here comes Max Guilford. Max Guilford with a massive slider on Blake Nemi. Red flag out on the speedway. Oh, car out of the ballpark in turns 1 and 2. So Danny Schlafer out of the car in turns 1 and 2. You can see him with his helmet off. So Danny, you see him, if you're watching at home on Flow Racing, you can see Danny walking outside of that number 25. And again, the fence in turns 1 and 2. You see him waving to the crowd. How about it for Danny Schlafer, race fans? So we'll get a replay here. You see Danny going, just jumped the right rear of Tyler Duff and went out of the ballpark. Oh, my goodness. 2 feature wins to his credit here at the Plymouth Dirt Track already in his IRA Sprint Car Series career, and he will lead the field back to green with 19 laps remaining here at Plymouth. Good restart from Newman. He'll go to the top through turns 1 and 2. Blackhurst dives to the bottom through turns 1 and 2. Nothing doing for the number 96. Max Guilford through the slider on Joel Myers Jr. down the back straightaway. Myers Jr. going to fire a slider through turns 3 and 4, nearly up into the side of Guilford. And now here comes Logan Julian, almost making it 3 wide off of turn number 4. Guilford with another slider at Myers Jr., but it doesn't clear through turns 1 and 2. Julian starting to work the bottom in the 85J to perfection. He'll go to the inside of Guilford through turns 3 and 4. Is there rubber at the bottom of turns 1 and 2? Julian trying to find something off of the low line, off of turn number 2, into the top 5 for the 85J, going to work on the 79M of Max Guilford. Meanwhile, Jake Newman being picture perfect at the front of the field in the brand Professional Agriculture number 3N. The whole entire top 10 basically now line astern at the top of the racetrack. The first car on the bottom, the 16 of Anthony Needham, as Jake Newman now enters lap traffic through turns 1 and 2. Stuck behind the 14 AJ of Ryan Zelski into that dirty air. Jake Blackhurst and Joel Myers Jr. going to close. Jake Newman going to throw the slider, or try to, on the 14 AJ, and he clears him. Ryan Zelski almost up and over off of turn number 4. Zelski going to tap out, goes to the bottom, allows Jake Blackhurst and Joel Myers Jr. to continue ripping the top behind them. Blake Nemi with a slider on Logan Julian for the 5th spot. Julian going to cross and back over, car into the wall. In turn 3 and 4, it's the leader. Not sure if he hit the wall or not, just appeared he was up against it. Jake Newman, you do not want to be leading this race. Oh boy. Jake Newman climbing out of the Brant Professional Agriculture number 3N. Round number 3 of the Hop Farms Bull Ring Showdown. Off of turn number 4, we're back racing. Good restart from Blackhurst. He goes to the top through turns 1 and 2. Blake Nemi shoves it down to the inside of Logan Julian. They go side by side off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Julian going to get the 4th spot back from Nemi. Julian slides up in front of Nemi, but Nemi saw it coming, dives back to the inside. What a veteran move from the 79 of Blake Nemi. And now here comes Travis Ahrens. Ahrens, who transferred through the B feature well up into the top 10 here in the professional plating number 25 team. Meanwhile, back at the front of the field, Jake Blackhurst, Joel Myers Jr., and Max Guilford run line astern at the top of the speedway. Guilford up on the wall off of turn number 2. Gonna lose a couple of spots. First to Blake Nemi, then Logan Julian. Julian gonna slide up in front of Guilford through turns 3 and 4 as Blake Nemi now into a podium spot in the number 79. Now is there rubber on the bottom of turns 1 and 2. Blake Nemi starting to close in on the top 2 of Jake Blackhurst and the number 19 of Joel Myers Jr. Really good battle for that 4th spot till between Logan Julian and Max Guilford. Julian gonna slide up in front of Guilford through turns 1 and 2 while they're trading sliders with each other. Here comes Travis Ahrens. Ahrens gonna take a peek to the inside of Logan Julian. Julian throws another slider at Guilford through turns 3 and 4. What a battle for 4th. Meanwhile, back at the front of the field, Blake Nemi still starting to close in slightly on the number 96 and the number 19 at the front. The top 3 starting to close in. Spinner in turns 1 and 2 right in front of the leaders. Look out, yellow flag gonna fly. Oh my goodness. Ryan Zelski spins it around right in front of Jake Blackhurst. And somehow Blackhurst got on the brakes fast enough to avoid the 14 AJ. So here we go. Off of turn number 4. 5 laps remain for Jake Blackhurst. Goes back to the top through turns 1 and 2. Blake Nemi, no surprise, goes down to the bottom. Julian going to follow him. Blake Nemi off of turn number 2. Has a run on Joel Myers Jr. They nearly go side by side momentarily for that 2nd spot. Nemi to the bottom once again through turns 3 and 4. Ahrens throws a slider on Julian, but here comes Blake Nemi. Myers Jr. slams the door on Blake Nemi. Going to slide up in front of Jake Blackhurst, take the lead. 3 wide down the back straightaway. Blake Nemi to the inside of Joel Myers Jr. Just like that, Jake Blackhurst from 1st back to 3rd. And now Blake Nemi momentarily takes the lead. Joel Myers Jr. going to lead lap number 27. 3 more laps to go here at Plymouth. Myers Jr. nearly up into the wall. Here comes Blake Nemi. Side by side, Myers Jr. once again slams the door on Blake Nemi. Through turns 3 and 4, Max Guilford with a slider on Jake Blackhurst for 3rd. 2 laps to go. Blake Nemi off of turn number 2, going to have a run on Joel Myers Jr. Down the back straightaway. You got to think Nemi's going to have to send something to the inside of the 19 through turns 3 and 4. White flag out, 1 more lap to go. Myers Jr. goes down to the bottom of the block. Don't count out Max Guilford. Car up into the wall in the back straightaway. We say green. Down the backstretch for the final time through turns 3 and 4. Look out, Shelby Bosey slowing. Turn 3 and 4. The checker flag's going to fly. It's going to be Joel Myers Jr.